Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome everybody to the February 22 County Commission work session. It was supposed to be on the 16th. We've had to postpone it since weather. Ellen, do we have any public comment?
We do not.
Thank you, ma'am. We have no resolutions and orders, no contracts, agreements, and grants. Under budget revisions here, we have one budget revision, and it's for the kidney dialysis van. It's a $4,800 revision. The transmission has went out in the van, and we had to move some money to get that fixed. Any discussion with that? All righty. So no discussion with that. We'll move on further. We have no emergency purchases. Under board appointments here, we have two board appointments to approve. We have a Kyle Bridgeforth and the Grady Congo for the Limestone County Water and Sewer Authority. Board term ending February the 28th of 2027. This is to replace the two that are rolling off the board. Their term is up. So the Kyle Bridgeforth is my appointee, and Grady Congo is Mr. Commissioner Barksdale's appointee. Any discussion with either one of those? All right. No discussion with either one of those. We have no award of bids. Under personnel action, it's first thing on here will be to amend the staffing plan to make the following changes. A will be the administrative department, will be to add one staff accountant and to remove one staff accountant assistant. And what that is, we're training up for some future growth and stuff in our office. Any discussion with that part of it? That'll be to assist with Emily's job. No discussion with that. So the B part here would be for information technology department, which would be to change the number of network support specialists and elections specialists for 3 to 1, and add 2 career techs. This is a program that I'm excited about us joining in with. We're going to get us some assistance from the tech center, some co-op kids, as I always called it. That way we can maybe, as this field, everybody knows it's getting harder and harder to hire people in that category price range. So maybe we can bring somebody in and raise them up to where they can learn our IT department. Any discussion with that? Either one of that? All right, and then C will be to change the custodial department. This right here is we're changing the name of the custodial department to the maintenance and recreation department, which will be to change the and then the next part will be to change the superintendent of the county buildings to include the parks and recs. That's Alan Aldridge's job, is combining his and Mike Nay's old job into one. And then the next thing will be to change, and Mike was a grade ahead of him, so we thought it was fair to put it to his grade. And then that'd be the change from a grade 11 to a grade 12, and then to add 2 grounds and buildings workers, and one of these will be going to Cal Fort, and the other one is just in case we do. I think it's just, we're adding just one, right? It's got 2 on here, but I think it's just supposed to be 1 in the staffing plan.
Okay.
But I might be wrong, but it's be to get a helper at the Cal Fort. And then it also in that department, we're going to add 2 of the career tech kids there, like the co-op children, to help, because naturally, with heating and air and all, if anybody knows anything about heating and air, you wind up with a whole lot better paying job than we can start at. So maybe we can raise us up somebody to help in that department. And then the D part is to remove the Parks and Recs department plumb off the staffing plan. I'll tell you why this is 2, because one of them is to move Janie's job into that, then we're adding one. Okay, I understand the 2 part now. Any discussion with any of that? Y'all ain't got any discussion with nothing this morning. All right, no discussion with none of that part of it. We'll move on to approve the following job descriptions. Will be the A, the staff accountant, B, which will be the maintenance and recreation departments and career techs, and then the C part is the information technology department and the career techs. Any discussion with either one of those? All right. And the third part of it here will be to approve the following and amend the job descriptions: network specialist, support specialist, staff elections specialist. This is in the Fish's department. Then the B would be the superintendent of the county buildings, and then the C, assistant superintendent of the buildings and buildings and grounds maintenance workers. And D. Any discussion with that part of it? No discussion with that part of it. Moving on to number 4, will be to hire Kerry Williams Moore as a deputy at the Sheriff's Office, the Limestone County Sheriff's Office. Any discussion with him? No discussion with him. Number 5 will be to, y'all gonna get on me with this one probably, to transfer Irma Malaya Sagadio Flores for administrative clerk at the tag office, at the tag clerk in the License County Commission Office of Limestone County. Any discussion with her? All right, no discussion with her. We have 19 merit increases listed below here. Anybody have any discussion with any of the 19 listed? All right, no discussion with none of those. At this point, engineer's report, Mr. Massey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have 5 subdivisions for your consideration today. Brigadoon West, this is a replat of Lot 1 in Phase 3. So it's going to be minor, preliminary, and final. It's affecting 1 lot in District 3. It's at the west end of Inverness Place. Rainey Estates, this is a replat of tracks 4 and 5. This one has actually been approved in the past. The property owner decided to make a change, and so they filed with an affidavit with the judge of probate, rescinding that the previous replat, and then resubmitted this one. So, Rainey Estates subdivision replat of tracks 4 and 5. This is minor, so for preliminary and final, affecting 2 lots in District 3. Approximately 871 feet north of Snake Road and Davis Road intersection. Gatlin Acres Phase 2, this is a replat of Lot 2. It's a minor, preliminary, and final. And in all, it affects 3 lots, the way they're dividing it. And the other 2 lots are not in that Phase 2 of it. But 3 lot, and it's in District 3, 29195 Cedar Acres Drive. Kennedy subdivision, minor, preliminary, and final, affecting 3 lots in District 3, 300 feet south of Highway 72 on east side of Log Cabin Road. And Creekside Park Phase 3 replat of Tract 1 of Creekside Park 2A. So it was Phase 2A or Lot 2A or Phase 2A, Lot Tract 1, and they're making that a Phase 3. And this is a major, and so it will be for preliminary and final, creating 24 new lot, or for preliminary, sorry. I'll get there in a second. But creating 24 lots in District 3. It's on the west side of Seegers Road, about 4 miles south of Powell Road. And so that's all I have for your consideration. I would ask you to also consider what projects that you want to have done in the upcoming construction season. We've got our Rebuild Alabama projects kind of nailed down, but with our local money, I would like you to, if you could, just send me an email or text or something with the roads you want to consider. That way I can get good estimates and we can talk about kind of how you want things prioritized based on those cost and time estimates, so we can get us a construction schedule put together. So, like I said, so if y'all would please consider that, and if you have any questions, reach out to me, talk with me, and we'll try to get that put together. So that's all I've got. Thank you, guys.
Anybody else have anything for Mr. Massey? Congratulations, Commissioner Black. You got all the subdivisions this week.
That's what I was just thinking.
That's unusual for you to get every one of them.
It's not on you.
But anyways, moving on. Under other business, will be to adopt an E-Verify policy pursuant to the Code, Alabama Code Section 31-13-1, and those sections following, known as the Benson-Hammonds Alabama Taxpayers and Citizens Protection Act, and it'll be pursuant to the guidance of the Alabama Attorney General's opinion of 2021-2007. Any discussion with that? All right, then under other business here again, on number 2, we'll remove the following piece of equipment from inventory at the council agent, which is a 2001 Ford Explorer, unit number 394. Any discussion with that? We have no scheduled public hearings, no, at this time, report of officers. Commissioner Sammy?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I got a list of thank yous that I want to say for the meeting, but I had an issue, something I wanted to mention before all this ice and all hit. The traffic counts that the state has done, if you're out and about in the county and you see those rubber hose run across the road, those are traffic counts that the state takes. How often, Mark?
They'll do them every year, but like on the road, a specific road, about every other year. So.
Okay.
But they will be out usually every year somewhere.
Okay, but those are taking traffic counts for the state, and I guess that's kind of bases a lot of where your monies are affected and all, how it goes, and just keeping up with the traffic, I guess, and the growth too in the area. But that's what those are. Wanted to mention after the snow and ice, I think snow and ice is the worst thing that you can have for paved roads, like we've got, even gravel roads. I mean, it's tough on all of it, but you're going to see more potholes now, and it's going to be a lot of damage to our infrastructure. But ask for maybe a little patience, and we'll get everything back online as soon as we can. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Sammy. Commissioner Barksdale?
I'll wait till the meeting.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Barksdale. Commissioner Black?
I'm going to wait to the meeting too.
Thank you, Commissioner Black. Commissioner Townsend?
I hadn't got anything. I'll wait till the meeting.
Thank you, Commissioner Townsend. And I'll just thank everyone for attending, and I'll hold what I got to the meeting too, and we will recess until 10 a.m. Thank y'all.